If you're going to PVMU, watch this video. Do not skip. I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about PVMU. But before we get into it, let me tell you who I am and why you listen to me. My name is Cameron Johnson. I am a senior graduating this December, majoring in computer science. Thank you. Big grad coming soon. I've been actively involved on campus for many years now, from mentoring the incoming freshmen to holding leadership positions across multiple organizations. So yeah, I might even be your mentor. So if I'm your mentor, my name Cam. But that's enough about me. You clicked on the video to learn about PVMU, and I'm going to cover everything from Panther Camp to social life, to the money, to the food, to the party, to the housing, everything. I've got timestamps below if you want to skip around. But if you're an incoming freshman, I highly, and I mean highly, recommend you watch this whole entire video. I'm about to save you a lot of time, money, and stress. Let's get into it. First thing first, Prairie View A&M University is a small but vibrant HBCU located in Prairie View, Texas. And when I say small, I mean you're going to recognize everybody's face really quick. Like, really quick. But honestly, that's what makes PV special. It's easier to build connections, find your people, and actually feel like you belong. It's a community. Now I know some of y'all been on TikTok and heard about Panther Camp. So let me explain what Panther Camp is. Panther Camp is a program designed specifically for incoming freshmen. You come to campus about a week early to learn the culture, the history, and the traditions, and even what it means to really be a true Panther. If you're not a freshman, honestly, you can skip this part and go on to the next part of the video. But if you are, this is one of the most important experiences you're going to have. So do not skip Panther Camp. You will regret it in the future. Please, listen up. When you first get on campus, you'll be assigned a mentor. Those mentors are going to help you move in. They're going to put you in a group meet. They're going to introduce themselves. And those mentors are going to be your mentors for the whole entire freshman year and beyond. Now, there are multiple mentoring organizations. We'll talk that later. But the main ones for Panther Camp are P3 and PALS. Now I know a lot of y'all in the future are going to ask the difference between P3 and PALS. Honestly, they are both mentoring groups. However, P3 is under the school and PALS is student-led. Okay, so P3 is sponsored by the actual Prairie View A&M University, and PALS is under themselves as students. Me, myself, I am a P3. Now, us as mentors collectively are here to guide you, not just through Panther Camp, but your whole entire freshman year and even longer than your freshman year, hoping that you have a connection with your mentors. Next, let's talk about your building. Everybody in your building, once you get to your dorm, is your family now. I'm talking brothers and sisters, day one connections like your mama raised them. Throughout this whole week of Panther Camp, y'all are going to create a chant, y'all might do hand signs, y'all gonna do handshakes, y'all gonna create a song, y'all gonna create a rap, a full routine like y'all been knowing each other for years and it's only been a couple of days. Now here's the thing. You're going to run into the other building and they are going to think that their building is way better than your building, and they are going to try to use all their chants, they raps, they songs, and pretty much just try to beat you. They're going to try to out energy you and just completely outdo you. Do not let them. I repeat, do not let them. If you are in my building specifically, if I am your mentor, we are making the hardest chant, handshakes, everything. We're not letting no other boy building beat us at all. But Panther Camp is not just about the chant. Okay? You will also have a brother and sister building. Now the brother and sister building basically means throughout the Panther Camp week, us as mentors, we are going to take y'all to see other opposite gender buildings.
Never knew what I was missing, but I knew once we start kissing, I found.
Now, the reason for this is that at the end of Panther Camp, you will do what we call a proposal, a building proposal. Now, when we say proposal, this does not mean anything relationship-wise. Okay, guys? Please take this into us. Please take this in your head. This does not mean anything relationship-wise. This is basically just solidifying the connection between one boy building and one girl building, and saying, hey, I got y'all back, y'all got our back. I'm y'all brothers, y'all my sisters. Okay? That's basically just exploring the two connections and saying, hey, these two buildings got a great connection as friends, and we are brothers and sisters, and we're gonna stand on it, 10 toes down. Okay. Next, you will go through different rotations where you learn PB chant. You will learn the school history, the campus resources, the network opportunities that can actually help you succeed in life. Now, don't get me wrong. These different rotations that y'all are going to be going through, it will be boring. You know, you will be sitting there for a couple minutes and hours, and you will be hearing a lot of people speak, which is why us as mentors, we make sure y'all still have a great time. But when y'all do go to these different rotations, please be respectful, because they are giving y'all the right information to succeed in life. And make sure that you are not lost when you first get on campus. Okay? So you're going to hear from different rotations throughout this whole week, explaining everything it is about PV. Now, let me be real with you for a second. Please, make sure you are eating, drinking water, and please get sleep, because us mentors, we will have you up early. And when I say early, I'm talking 6 a.m. Play the clip. And you're moving around all day until maybe 5 p.m. with us, with the mentors. After 5 p.m., what you do, it's on you. But until 6 a.m. to 5 p.m., the mentors got y'all. It's all fun. It's all games. Don't take nothing serious until it comes down to the rotations. But it is a lot. It's a lot. So, next, at the end of the week, we have something called the building challenge. Each building puts together a full performance, from chant to props to flips to customized shirts and flags, everything. Go all out. And y'all will compete against every other building in front of a couple judges that will decide what building had the best overall full performance. So, who got the best performance? And listen, it might not seem like a big deal right now, and the mentors are going to make it seem like a big deal as if we have to win. And y'all might not understand it. But trust me, those bragging rights, when you win against every other building, it gets serious. And finally, the air paint the camp. Throughout all the fun, the whole reason for paint the camp is to lead up to the painting ceremony. Now, the painting ceremony, this is where you officially are welcome into the Panther family. Now you are officially a PV Panther, and that's when it really hits. You are a part of something bigger now. Next, we have housing. Now, you're probably wondering about housing, and you've probably seen a lot of drama online about PV housing. So let me break it down for you. PVMU has 5 on-campus housing. You have the Square, the View, phases 1 and 2, phases 3 and 6, and the UC, also known as University College. If you are a freshman, about 80% of you will be staying in the UC. The UC is a one room, one bathroom setup. This basically means you have one person on one side, the bathroom in the middle, and then the other person on the other side. You do not have a kitchen. So yeah, get used to that. I don't know how you feel to eat, but get used to that. Now, about 10% of y'all, freshmen, might get lucky. Maybe get lucky. And you might end up in phases 3 and 6. Now 3 and 6, this is a 4-person setup where everyone has their own room, but you share 2 bathrooms, a living room, and a kitchen. So basically consider it an apartment style with 4 rooms and 2 bathrooms. And then the other 10% of freshmen, honestly, you might end up off campus. Let's pray that you don't. Now, it might feel a little unfortunate at first if you're off campus, but trust me, you will not be left out. Us as mentors, we will make sure y'all are still included in everything. Now, for the upperclassmen housing, you have phases 1 and 2, phases 3 and 6. Those 2 phases building are typically for the sophomores. Okay? And then you have the square and the view. These are like the top 2 luxury housing that you are going to want. This is personally where I have stayed for the past 4 years. And those are now for juniors and seniors. Okay? Those are 4x4 setups, meaning you have 4 rooms and 4 bathrooms. Each room, you have your own bathroom, closet, kitchen, living room, everything. It's basically your own living space. Now, every housing option has its pros and its cons. Once you are here, you will figure that out on your own. But let me give you the most 2 important tips when it comes down to PV housing. Number 1, please listen up very closely. Pick your roommate wisely. I cannot stress this enough. Pick your roommate wisely. Your roommate can make or break your experience. And I'm going to be real with you. I do not, and I mean, I promise you, I do not recommend rooming with your close friends. Especially if you're a freshman coming out of high school and y'all coming to PV together. Do not roommate with each other. It might be too late now. Y'all probably already got that situated, but yeah. I know it sounds crazy. And you think, oh, we already cool. We've been growing up together for the longest. It's going to be perfect. Like, we already cool. No. You don't really know anybody until you live with them. You don't know how somebody clean. You don't know how loud they be. You don't know their habits. You don't know their schedules, their alarms. You don't know how long they take in the shower or anything. And that's honestly how a friendship can get tested. And sometimes, more than likely, that friendship ends, or it will never be the same after being roommates. Number 2, apply for housing on time. And when I say on time, I mean the exact moment that the application open. Do not wait, because if you do, you're gonna be the one on TikTok complaining about how PB did not give you housing. If you're confused about the process or need help, talk to your mentors. Please talk to your mentors. If you are not comfortable talking to your mentors about it, talk to the CA or the RA that's in that property building, okay? That's literally the reason why we are here, to help and guide y'all. Now, let's talk about classes. When it comes to PVNU classes, just understand this right now. It is nothing like high school. Nothing at all. You're not going to be going from class to class from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. with a 5-minute grace period in between walking to the next class. No. Instead, you might only have 2 classes a day. You might not even have class on a Friday. One class can be from 11 a.m. to 11:50 a.m., 50 minutes. And then your next class won't be until 2 p.m. to 3:20 p.m. An hour and 20 minutes. After those 2 classes of 50 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes, you are done for the rest of the day. And whatever you want to do, it's on you. Now, here's where things really change. And this is going to be the hardest step for the incoming freshmen, if you're all freshmen. And this is the part that being on campus is your first real taste of freedom. Now, you have to understand that everybody coming on PB campus do not have the same background. Some people got both parents, some people got one parent. Some people was allowed to go out until 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning and then come home. Some people had a curfew before the street lights came on. You know, some people are just different. Everybody do not have the same background. But now, when y'all get here, everybody will be the same. Everybody will have the same taste of freedom. But it also comes with a big responsibility. Because when it comes to your classes, one, no one is waking you up. Your mom, dad, sister, brother is not fit to come to your room, shaking your body, saying, hey, wake up, it's time to go to school. No one is telling you that you're late. If you're late, you're late. Sometimes, most teachers here don't care if you're late. But if you're late, you're late. And that's not professional. Number 3, no one is going to force you to go to class. Your mom, dad is not going to call you and say, go to class. Your professor is not going to call your mom and dad and say, hey, your child did not make it to class today. No principal is going to call your parents saying, hey, it's not going to happen. It's all on you. If you decide to go, you decide to go. If you don't, you don't. But just remember, at the end of the day, your professors are the ones that make your grade. So if you don't go to class and you got an 89 but you want a 90, don't even go try to ask that teacher for the extra little 1 point, because he or she is not going to give it to you. Why? Because you weren't even in class. Keep that in mind. But let me make this very clear. Attendance matters. Not just for your grade, but for your money too. During the first couple of weeks, I believe the first 12 class days especially, you need to go to class every single day and get attendance. If you do not show up, not only are you affecting your grade and your attendance, but it can affect your financial aid. If you do not know what financial aid is, it's basically your money that you are getting to pay for school, right? So if you don't go to class, some of that money might start getting withdrawn or taken away from y'all. Okay? So do not play about that. Go to class. Go to class. Now, here are my top advice when it comes to classes. Number 1, create a group me on the first day. I cannot emphasize this enough. I promise you it will save your life. Promise you. I would not steer you the wrong way. Your group me, do it immediately. The first day of class, find the e-courses, go through all the student names and add every single student name in the group me. Promise. That group me will save your life. If you miss any classes, any notes, if you need any assignment reminders, if you need any exam info, everything will be shared in that group me by all of your fellow classmates. Number 2, connect with upperclassmen in your major. Find people who have already taken your classes. They can tell you which professor to take, which ones to avoid, and how to pass a certain course. Also, pro tip, use Rate My Professor. When it's time for you to pick a class, Rate My Professor will tell you whether this teacher is good or not. Yeah, do it. Also, if you have online class, or you have the option to take an online class, take the online class. Take it. Number 3, I cannot stress this one enough. Do not, and I mean absolutely, do not take an 8 a.m. I'm so serious. It's not the same as high school. If you think, oh, I play basketball or I play football, we had to wake up at 6 o'clock every day, like, I know I can do it because I woke up for basketball and football every day at 6 o'clock to go to the weight room. And no, not here. You're not doing it. You think you're going to wake up and go? You're not. If you do make it to a few other classes, by a couple of weeks, when that alarm go off, you push in decline. Why? Because that freedom that you got from being on campus that you're not used to will probably have you up and out all night, and you're not going to want to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. You're not, especially the first couple of weeks here, when there's a whole lot of events and gatherings going on. You will be up until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and having to wake up at 8, and you are going to be exhausted, and sooner or later you're not going to go. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Now, I say that to say this. I understand as a freshman, you don't have the option to build your own schedule your first fall semester. I know when you came to orientation, they built your schedule for you, more than likely. I know they did when I was a freshman. But when the spring semester comes, and any other time past that, you will make your own schedule. You will pick your own class. So, build you a schedule that works for you. If you know you are not a morning person, do not take a morning class. Okay? Your latest should be a 10 a.m., 11 a.m. That's me personally. I don't take anything before 10. If you know that you can get up every day and you know you want to get your classes out the way, then cool, take the 8 a.m., take the 9 a.m., get it out the way. But if you know you cannot, do not put yourself in that position. Now, stay disciplined, go to class, and take advantage of your time. Because in college, like I said, nobody is going to manage that for you. Now, let's talk about food and transportation. And I'm going to be real with you from the start. The food options at PV is very limited. Very limited. Off campus, the closest food spot is maybe 10 minutes away, and that's like Buc-ee's, Jack in the Box, Sonic, McDonald's, and Popeyes. And then of course, you got the famous PV taco truck. If you know, you know. If you don't know about the taco truck, you gon' find it. They gon' yeah. But outside of those options, you're driving. And I'm talking at least 20 to 25 minutes driving to Cypress if you want more real food. So, if you have a car, bring it. Convince your parents right now. Stop this video. Hey mom, dad, look at this guy PV just said he's a mentor. He said bring the car. Do some convincing. Bring the car. Drive responsibly though, but bring the car. Now technically, on campus, PV is a walking campus. But let's be real, even though it's a walking campus, everything is at least a 10-minute walk. So, now everybody's on the scooter. Everybody on campus is pretty much on a scooter. So if you have a scooter, bring the scooter. And if you do bring your car, just know you're about to become an Uber driver. So make sure you're getting gas money from everybody you're driving around. Don't be out here giving out free rides. Get that gas money. Now, as far as on-campus food goes, you got Chick-fil-A, Pizza Hut, Dunkin' Donuts, and the MSC. I believe those are all the options. Now, I'm saying I believe because I am a vegetarian myself, so I personally don't really eat the food on campus. But for everybody else, I believe those are the options that y'all have. The MSC is basically the main dining hall for students. You can go there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I do not remember the times of all of those. I know dinner is between 4 to 7. I'm not sure about breakfast, because I really don't wake up because I'm not a morning person. And lunch, I believe, I want to say 11 to 2. Now, I'm not going to say too much, but just know, the MSC, the Chick-fil-A, the Pizza Hut, the Dunkin', you might get tired of that. So yeah, learn your spots, plan ahead, and don't wait until you're starving to figure out what you want to eat. But in order to pay for those on-campus food spots, such as Chick-fil-A, we have something called Pentabucks. Pentabucks is basically when you get your ID, you will have a certain amount of money on your card. On that card, you will have a certain amount of Pentabucks and meal swipes. As a freshman coming in, you will have 17 meal swipes, which means you can eat 17 times a week. Okay? That's what that means. If you have 17, that means you can swipe that card to go to the MSC 17 times a week. If you have anything else, if you're not a freshman and you have maybe 10, 8, something like that, those amount that you have is how many times you can swipe into the MSC cafeteria. Now for your Pentabucks can be spent for any food on campus, such as Chick-fil-A, or it can be spent for snacks at the Pentamart. But pro tip, although it's technically free money from Pentabucks, do not spend your Pentabucks fast. Like, I know you're gonna be hungry, I know you're gonna want Chick-fil-A, I know you're gonna want snacks out the Pentamart, but I promise you, if you spend them Pentabucks fast and you run out within the first 2 months, the rest of the semester, when you have no Panther bucks, you will be starving, and you will be having to go eat at the MSC for the rest of the semester. So please space out your Panther bucks. Pro tip. Now, the part y'all been waiting on, the social life, the parties. And I know the parties, I know y'all heard about them. Now, I'm not here to lecture y'all. I know I'm a mentor, but for the sake of this video, I know I'm not here to lecture y'all. I'm not here to tell y'all what to do and what not to do. I'm here just to give you the real and prepare you for what's to come. Now, PV is a very small campus, and when I say small, everybody know everybody. So just keep that in mind when you're doing whatever you're doing at these social life events and parties. Okay. Now, if you really want to enjoy PV, you have to get involved. You have to get out of your cell. You have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable. You have to go outside and meet people. And that's literally one of the whole reasons why we do Panther Camp. So you can brace out of your cell and go explore a little bit. Now, PV has a reputation for being a party school. We know that. Y'all know that. And I would say, honestly, that's about 50% true. PV social life is built around kickbacks, game nights, parties. If you're 21 and plus, you go out, and of course you got homecoming, and you got spring fest. Homecoming, spring fest, that's a whole different level. That's something that you're gonna have to explore on your own, and the mentors and everybody here will tell you about it. Now, recently, PV has been running into some issues, and it sucks. But when it comes to the city and these parties, the city does not like PV throwing parties anymore. As you can see, flyers canceled. So, a lot of the bigger events have been pushed out to Houston or deep into Cypress, instead of being how it used to be when I was here, right on campus, is now in Houston. And because of that, kickbacks and game nights have become very popular. Honestly, I started the game night stuff here. Ask around. I missed the game night. I started the game nights here. And I'm not even gonna lie. You might end up at somebody's apartment or somebody's house or dorm every weekend. And I mean like every weekend. Like, we do party. So you might go to somebody's house every weekend that you might not even know. But with that being said, be smart. Be aware. Have a plan. Know who you're going with. Know how you're getting back. Okay? Make sure you have your funds together, your money together. And just remember, PV is a dry campus. PV is a dry campus. So, enjoy yourself. Make memories. But always move with awareness. Make sure you know what is going on at all times. And make sure you understand that your image on campus is very important. Because like I said before, everybody knows everybody. That's how you have fun. But that's also how you stay out of trouble. And make sure you stand on the right path. Next, let's talk about the organizations. When it comes to an org, it is very important to get involved. And if we've been honest, college is not just about that sheet of paper that you get at the end of your 4 years that say degree or diploma. It's about the connection you build over these 4 years. I know a lot of people be asking, is college a scam? No, college is not the scam. Okay? But it can be depending on what you do while you're here. What connections you make while you are here. Because networking is really what sets you apart. And that starts with the orgs on campus. Joining orgs is how you build your soft skill, your communication, your leadership, your teamwork, while also gaining new connections every single day, on and off campus. It's actually important, and it's actually how you get involved at PV. If you're not in the org, you're not involved at PV. Because if you're not in anything, I promise you are going to feel like you are missing out. You are going to feel like you do not belong at PV. You are going to feel like you need to transfer because PV is not the school for you. In reality, PV is the school for you. You just was not involved. And you pretty much have to be involved when you're at PV. Now, let's talk about events at PV, because this is where things get lit. If you want to stay in the loop on everything that's going on, follow PVMU Cab on Instagram. This is where all the major student events get posted. I'm talking about the hump day, the freshman stroll off, the freshman step show, the DJ battles, and many more events. This is where all the students come together and go to these events. So if you want to feel like you belong on campus and go outside and actually have a great experience, follow PVMU Cab on Instagram to attend these events. Now, PV has a wide variety of orgs that anybody can join, from community service such as Halo to mentor orgs such as Black, Cis, P3, PALS, a lot of them, to sports clubs. If you are a guy, this shirt I have on right now is for Black Brothers Leading and Cultivating Knowledge, which is pretty much a mentoring organization just for males. So there are many of orgs on campus that you can join to get involved no matter what hobby you have. Please go out and seek. We do have a fair that goes and show you all the orgs. So when that fair comes, go to the fair and find an org. Or you can even step into a leadership role. If you feel like you're somebody that really likes to be a leader, you can become a class representative. You can become the next Mr. and Mrs. Freshman. You can become the next freshman class council or anything of that nature. So don't just go to class and go back to your dorm. Don't just go and get on the game. Get involved. Put yourself out there, because the people you meet in these orgs can open doors for you in the future. You never know, the people that you meet in college right now are future doctors, lawyers, policemen, judges, anything. So when you make these connections in college, you can call them in the future and be like, hey, I need a lawyer, I need this favor. There you go. Or you can go to the career fair that we have here every year in the fall. You might not get a job at the career fair, but you can make a call to one of your networks that you made while here at PV and have a job. Now, I know a lot of y'all been on TikTok recently, and you probably seen a lot of stuff about Greek life. You probably so excited about Greek life. And when it comes to Greek life at PVMU, a lot of things are very private. So I'm going to tell you what I can. But the rest is on you, and you can learn on your own. Also, quick disclaimer. Come here. I repeat, I am not personally in any Greek organization. I am not involved in any Greek life whatsoever. So, you can take what I say, but if you have any family members or close friends who are involved in Greek life that may be able to help you and guide you and give you more in-depth information, please go out and reach out to them. I'm sure they'll be able to answer your questions more than I can. But, okay, back up. If you are interested in Greek life, here are some key tips I want to give you. Now, number one, do your own research. Every organization stands for something different. Trust me, I know. I've done a pageant for somebody, for a Greek org. Every org stands for something different. They were all founded for a different reason and have different values. This is a lifetime commitment. So before you even think about joining, make sure you understand what you're signing up for. Make sure that you understand, why was this org founded? How does this org relate to you? Can you see yourself being aligned morally with the values that this organization have? And do you see yourself being a lifetime member of this org? Can you proudly say, I'm a part of this org if you were accepted into this org? Number two, once you find out that you are very much interested in this org only, very important, this org only. Do not show up to multiple orgs. Pick an org. Once you find out which one you want to do, show interest. Now when I say show interest, I'm basically telling you that there are different ways to show interest depending on the org. Every org likes to know who's interested a different kind of way. that's something that you will have to figure out on your own when you are here. I cannot tell you that. But the main way that every org have in common is that they throw events. So when they throw these events, go to their events, attend the events consistently. Every time they have an event, if you can, make it. And while you're there, build connections with the active members. Not in a forced way, but naturally. Naturally be yourself and naturally make a connection. Number 3, move with discretion. Discretion. If you don't know what that word means, look it up. But not everybody needs to know what you're trying to do. If you decide that you want to join a Greek organization, everybody don't need to know that. Keep that to yourself. Keep your goals to yourself, because not everybody wants to see you succeed in life, guys. Okay? Keep that to yourself. Only share what you want to do with people who actually can guide you and lead you into the right direction to what you want to do. If you believe that they cannot help you or benefit you in some kind of way to guide you into that right direction, do not tell them what you want to do. Because word gets around fast, because the campus is small. And once everybody knows what you want to do, you're not making it. Number 4, build a genuine relationship with the members. Now, I told y'all to go to events. I told y'all to connect with the members. But do not just connect with them because of who they are and what they can do for you. Because honestly, y'all might not just be compatible. So don't go there and just be all buddy with them because you want to join. No, people can tell when you're being fake. People can tell when you're not genuine. So be real, be consistent, go to the events, and let the relationship happen naturally. Let it flow, let the conversation flow. Be a real friend, be a supportive person. Greek life, honestly, it requires a lot of patience, discipline, and intention. So take your time, learn the culture, move the right way, protect your image at these parties and at these kickbacks and these funds, and make sure you have a great image, make sure your resume looks good, and go for it. Everything else, like I said before, guys, I'm not in any Greek organization. I have plenty of friends and roommates that are, so I know what I'm talking about due to roommates, but I'm not involved. P.S. guys, if you are new here and you don't know anything about Greek life, just know when you see people dancing and strolling, just move out the way. Please do not touch them, do not walk in between them, do not even try to mimic and gimmick and copy their moves. Just let them do what they do. Just record them or something. Just let them be. Next, we got the business side, the hustle. And this is going to be real, y'all. This is going to be real talk for me. Because being a broke college student is so real. I promise, God. College is not cheap. The kickbacks and parties is not cheap. The gas prices are not cheap. The food that you have to cook to survive is not cheap, guys. Being broke in college is a real thing. Trust me. So if you already have a business or you are thinking about starting a business, now is the time to start and promote it. Not later, not next year, now in the summer. Build your clientele now. And it doesn't matter what your business is. You could do nails, lashes, you can be cutting people's hair, you can be cooking plates, you can run a clothing brand, you can take photos, you can be a videography, you can be a personal trainer, you can be a boxing coach, whatever. There is a market for it all at PB. PB gives you a lot of opportunities to promote yourself, and since the campus is so small, the word spreads fast. So if your work is good, people are going to find you. They're going to find you, and they're going to help you. Now, if you don't have a business yet, don't worry. Don't worry. It's not for everybody. Sometimes people got some money saved up, some people got parents. But at the end of the day, you're definitely going to need one of these services at some point. So instead of trying to figure out who to go to, either one, read the comments down below. Hopefully people comment at their business and you can follow their business. That's a perfect way to connect right there. Or two, I'm going to put you on some people that I know that's personally at PV that I can go to. So for my guys out there, the barbers, me personally, these three right here are very great barbers. There are many of other great barbers out there. I just personally haven't been to them. My favorite, Walk Down Blends. Get me right every time, promise. And then you got some other people like Last Text here or something right here. Of course, I'm a guy, I don't know anything about that, but these are my friends. I know they do good business. And then here's some other business that I can probably go look at. Support the business, build a connection. If you're looking for a sign, start right now. I'm your sign. This is your sign. Maintaining your mental health in college is extremely important because honestly, it can be a lot sometimes. You don't have your parents around, hard classes, new environment. You may even be in a different state or a different country or a different city, anything. It can be very overwhelming and there's a lot going on at PV. So it is important to take care of yourself first. Find your peace. Find your peace. Whether that's cooking, whether working out, playing sports, listening to music, whatever it is to make you happy, do it. Because I promise you, you will need an outlet at some point. Personally, for me, I lost, I believe, 3 people so far since I've been in college. You know, and things like that, when you're not at home, when you're away from your friends and your family at home, and sometimes you can't make it, those be the most stressful times of your life. You are going to go through the most ups and downs while in college. Promise you, you're going to have the best time here, you're going to have the worst time here. But it's important during those worst times that you have an escape. Never be afraid to reach out. Talk to your friend, talk to your mentors, talk to your counselors, call your mom and dad at home, do whatever you need to do. But I promise you, you are not alone at this school. We have a lot of people here, genuine people, including the staff, that will be willing to help you. Now lastly, let's talk about transportation. If you wonder if you need a car, I already answered this. The simple answer is yes. PV is in the middle of nowhere, so if you want groceries, food, anything, you drive in 20 minutes. So trust me, bring a car. Because if you don't want to be the one person that always asks for rides. So even though it's a walking campus and everybody got a scooter, bring a car. It's so much easier. Now, that's the end of the video. I really hope I covered everything for y'all. I really hope y'all watched to the end. If you did, I promise you, you're going to be very successful when you get here. Because I pretty much just gave y'all the whole platform. Like you might not remember this when you hear it, but if you do, I promise you, you're going to have everything on display. You're going to feel so prepared when you get here, whether you're a freshman or a transfer student or whatever. I literally just gave you everything. I just gave you the platform. But if you have any other questions, please reach out to my Instagram, TikTok, leave a comment, anything. I literally just did this for y'all just because I know that I'm about to graduate in December. So this is pretty much like my parting gift to y'all. So don't be afraid to reach out for any questions. PV30. This message is just for y'all. If you're still here. Y'all probably seen a thing called the PV Shuffle. Every class have a shuffle. And I'm gonna tell you this. Here's a little secret. The PV shuffles is somebody that make those. Right? Somebody make those shuffles. Y'all know who it is? It's me. I make the shuffles. I make 2-8 and 2-9 shuffle. So, a shuffle is a privilege. If you come in here, PV30, and act the fool, I will not make y'all a shuffle. Y'all will not be getting a shuffle. So, I'll see y'all on the hill. And if you my building, I'm your mentor. Let's get it. Let's go.